Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining Chat with Trina today. I am so honored to have a special guest today, Miss Karen L. Williams, celebrating her debut novel, Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly. Everybody, this is Miss Trina with Chat with Trina. I'm hoping that you guys see us, but we've had a few technical difficulties. Me and Karen have worked a couple of hours, look like, to make sure that we get this right. So it's going to be good. I do, before I get started, kind of doing something a little new before we introduce our special guest. My shirt here today, I am wearing a few different things. Chat with Trina. This is made by The Bling Pros. I just want to make sure I show that. This is a V-neck, blue shirt, real nice material. And then also today I am candy coated lips. I am wearing candy coated lipstick today. So either one of those products that you may want, and this is called Arousal. And it's a matte lipstick. So if you're interested in any of those, y'all let me know after the show. Alrighty then. So Chat with Trina's shirt by the Bling Pros, and then get candy coated. Miss Karen, finally. You look awesome.
Well, thank you. You look gorgeous yourself.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm just joking. So what I want to do today is first just get you to introduce yourself.
Sure. I am Karen L. Williams. I am the author of Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly. I'm a very new American novelist, and I'm here enjoying life as we speak. Native Houstonian. When you read the book, Eisenhower, go Big I, class of 92.
No.
Class of 92, yay.
Yay. So let me ask you this. I know that you went into educate. You're an educator as well.
I am.
Now, just because we talk sometimes, I know that one time you took a little break. Am I correct? Is that when you
yes.
Okay, is that kind of when you took the time to write the book?
I did. I took the 2018-2019 school year to finish the book. Yeah. And
so did that help refresh you and rejuvenate you for the classroom?
It did. It did. It actually helped me to kind of get my life back in order. I had a series of personal events to happen that led up to me finally needing to just,
take that
be off. And God bless. I was able to, ask God to bless me with that time off, and he gave it.
Wow. Yeah. And sometimes he will let us know that.
Oh yeah. So I took off, and this is definitely a direct result of my taking off.
That's awesome. Why did you choose education as your career?
That was not my first choice, just so we can be clear. Education was not my first choice. I remember being in high school, and I think my biology teacher or something, she's like, you make a good teacher. I was like, I don't even like kids. No, I don't think so. She said, well, you have the personality for it, Karen. I was like, I guess. But as time went on in college, I had this way of explaining things to people to where they understood it. And I remember the game changer was when I spoke with a lady. She was like some grouchy lady that my daughter's grandmother used to work for, and just mean. And I'm not gonna say she was mean spirited. She was just not very well or healthy at the time. And she was and I was just trying to be as nice as I could. She asked me for directions somewhere, and I told her, just straightforward, told her direction. She's like, who are you, some kind of teacher? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm just a student. She said, well, that's the first time someone ever explained something to me the first time, and I understood it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remember tutoring my little cousin. He was in school. He was like, Karen, that's the first time somebody ever explained this to me. This was math. I'm an English teacher. And she was just like, this is the first time I ever explained something to me and I understood it. So
okay, well that's good, because I always tell people, just because you can I was never good at math, so I would always tell people, you know what, just because you're good at math don't mean you can teach math. Same with English or anything else. So yeah. So talk to us. So tell me about your family. You do have
I
a
have,
daughter.
I do have a daughter. I have a daughter that is 25 years
Okay.
old. She just turned 25 about 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Okay.
I have two beautiful little granddaughters.
Aw.
Yeah, one is 4 and one is 2. She just turned 2
It's
the
been
other
that
day. 2, yes.
gosh.
So
Wow. I
yeah,
remember when she was like you mentioned her coming. So
yeah,
that
coming.
was fast. I guess that was around the time you got ready to take your time off at work, or you were in that.
Yeah, actually it
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's 2 years old. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
2018.
Okay. Isn't
Yep,
that crazy? I
exactly.
remember that.
Oh, that's oh
Do
wow.
you have
Yeah,
my
because
fan,
that's
Karen? Do you still have my fan? You still have my fan?
I do. I do. It's literally hold on. It is
I
literally
just
right
thought about my
here.
fan.
It is literally look. It is. I'm sorry. It's right here. It stays on my
Yeah,
dresser
this
in my
one.
room. Oh my! And I never touch it. I go out and I see people with their fans and they'll just start fanning away. And I'm like, I said Trina's fan. I could have brought it, but I
Yeah,
don't. I was like, out of respect for Trina, I'm gonna leave her fan alone. So
that's so funny. That's so. I just thought about. I was like, she had my fan.
I do
Um,
have a fan.
and if it's not okay, can I mention that your good news that's coming up in June? Can you?
Sure, sure.
She's getting married. Hey,
I am getting married. I
are
am
you
getting
ready?
I am. I am very much so ready. I am. Can I stress the extent of my happiness?
Oh, that's
We,
wonderful.
we I'm ready. And this is so ironic because I never thought I would be in this place in my life. I mean, it's just such an exciting time
Right.
to just be happy and love, launch a book. I mean, like wow, like
Yeah.
who does that?
Yeah, yeah. And
So,
you deserve it all. You
thank you
deserve
so
it all.
much. Thank
So
you so much.
let's get into the nitty-gritty of Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly. Now, I'm gonna be honest, most of the time that I have a guest on, I have read the book. I wasn't supposed to have Karen on till later, but I was like, I want somebody to get to her first, so I gotta get her on. So when she did her talk about her book, and then so I said, you know what? I emailed her and I said, you know what, Karen, let me go ahead and get you on, and I'll read the book afterwards, and then I'll do a review on my page afterwards. So we good. So talk to us about the book.
Okay, I sure will. First, before I get into the book,
Mhm.
Trina, is there any way you could? I'm getting some messages about people saying that they can't find the chat, so just kind of, I don't know,
Okay, let's see.
and then I'll get into the book.
See if I can find pages, chat with Trina. Oh, they may be saying they can't even get into just chat with Trina, maybe.
Uh, okay,
See,
probably
let me
so.
see. And now, of course, okay, well, I'll be looking while you start talking because I
Okay,
don't know what's
sure.
happening.
Well, the book, Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly, it is an American. It's a bit of an urban tale. It's fictitious, about a young girl. And I don't want to just limit it to being just an urban tale because anyone can relate to it. I need everyone to make sure that they understand it. This is a story about a young girl and the different trials and tribulations that she went through due to her poor choices. I mean, we all can definitely relate to that. I don't care what gender, what race, social background, everyone can attest to the fact that we were all young and we all made bad choices as we grew up. Now, some people probably didn't. Many had strong family backgrounds. She didn't. As a matter of fact, pretty much the bulk of her bad or poor choices and bad decision making probably came from misguided direction that she was getting from her mom.
Oh,
There was no
wow.
father figure. Yeah, no father figure. Mom in her mom's eye, she, in mom's eyes, she was a good mom. She was doing what she had to do. But you have the oldest child going one direction, the next child going in the other direction. If you don't get a handle on them, then it's going to definitely resonate down to the younger kids.
Of course.
And that is possibly to come, another story to come.
Okay.
This is actually the first story, the first book of a series. And I'm actually writing the second book as we speak. And that my goal is to have that one out probably in the winter for the holidays. In time for the holidays, that'll be great. Great gift.
Yeah, it would be.
Great gift.
What made you decide to write the book? What brought that on?
That's a very good question. A lot of people ask me that also. Back in 2011, my divorce was finalized. It was actually final in June as we speak. So we're coming up on the anniversary of my divorce.
That's funny. 9
years ago. And I've always wrote in diaries and wrote different things. And then, it's like, I had this diary that just pretty much that I wrote about my marriage, my divorce, and just different things in that aspect. And I was like, you know what? I just got on my laptop and I just started writing. And I said, you know what? Let me write a story about a woman and the things she deals with in her marriage that eventually led to divorce. And I said, wait, why don't I go even further than that? How she led up to meeting the guy that she marries that goes in divorce. And then I said, I'll go even further than that and sort of young. So we have some real good insight as to why she chose the things that she chose. So that was my goal. My goal was to create this character. And then I just started reflecting back on the different stories that I heard throughout the years. I am one to sit and talk with older women, older men. I don't care. I love to hear a story. I love to hear stories from different people, the things that they go through, the things that I see. I pay attention to a lot of things, and I sometimes read too much into things, but I try to basically just kind of see and ask questions as to why does this person make these choices? Oh, wow, maybe it was because this happened to them in their lives. And I just started creating all these different storylines based on the different stories that I've heard. So it's not like the story's based on individual's life. It's loosely based on a lot of different stories that I've heard in the past, things that I read. I do read a lot. I read a lot. And because of my reading, and I teach reading, I teach English, I teach writing. So I just, just started creating all these different scenarios just based on, what I see, what I read, what I've heard. And I built this character, and this is just a start. I'm going all the way with this character. And through the series. The series is actually called A Beautiful Black Butterfly. And it is through that, several productions will be created. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. I was going to ask you, do your students know that you wrote a book?
They do. They knew, because I went back to work this past year, 2019 school year. I did go back to work, and they all knew, oh, she's writing a book. And, and I would, they would want me to read little excerpts. And, I had to be mindful of which excerpt I read to them,
of course.
This year I taught high school, so it was, I taught 10th graders, and they're a little more mature than the middle schoolers that I was used to teaching. It was really cool. They were excited. They were very excited. They would give me these shout outs. We have these things called family gathering, and they would give me shout outs, and they were just, talking about how proud they were of me for writing a book. And I would always tell them stories about how I failed the writing toss test.
Oh.
Yeah, how ironic is that?
Well, they kind of like that, I bet, though, don't they?
They did. I'm like, you guys, and it was told to them to kind of build inspiration. So,
right.
And they're like, wow, like that means I can do it. And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole point of the story. But yeah.
I wasn't trying to. I've sent someone the link because they're still trying to get onto the page.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
that's what it was. They couldn't find the page.
Okay.
So that is exciting. Especially, it also should motivate them or inspire them to understand writing and reading, why that's so important. Even though that's an easier one to make important than math and algebra. So
math was actually my first love. It was weird that because I did not write. It was crazy.
Really?
I didn't even think I could write. I remember them telling me I was gonna fail. I wasn't gonna graduate, and your friends are gonna leave me. Look, I didn't care about the graduation part. I was like, my friends gonna leave me. What? Let me sit down and start practicing. And so and that's what I did. I just started practicing. With my writing, and
okay.
I passed. Not only did I pass, I got commended. That was the crazy part. When I got to college, and I was a late start college student. I didn't start college till 21.
What college?
U of H.
Okay.
I didn't start till I was 21, and I remember going in, and the first paper I turned in
Hello?
The first paper I turned in 1301 was the paper that my professor was like, Karen, people, I think they're trying to.
I think that's what's wrong. I sent them the link.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so I told them, she was like, who is Karen Williams? And I was like, I'm like, that's me. I didn't even want to raise my hand. And she was just like, who are you? This paper is awesome. I've never heard anyone tell a story this way. And I had, professors pretty much telling me the same thing throughout my college years. I made all A's in English. So my papers were always so good. I could write a paper in a drop of a hat. I always chose the classes where the final was a paper, because I don't like to test. I hate testing.
I don't either. That's funny because the school that I went to for I've been in school forever, but I got my master's. It was papers, and that was wonderful for me. Like, yes, I could do that. Just don't give me the tester. But I've also heard that, I don't know if it's college or if it's PK through 12, that they're thinking of going to that type of assessment. So, had you heard that too?
I have. As a matter of fact, we did a lot of things called free responses, and reading and writing go hand in hand, and everything, any subject, regardless of the core subject that is being taught, writing should be definitely directly involved. You can write a response for anything. That's why they have word problems in math. This is why you can respond to English. English papers, history.
That's true.
You give a position, you give evidence to support. I mean, it's the bottom line. Anything could basically be directly related to writing.
So in regards to your book, let's go back to the book again too. I don't remember if you said is it loosely based on some of you, just things that have happened throughout life and things that you've seen?
That's a good question. When I was working with my editor the entire year or so, and she would make statements like, I don't know if I like this character. She was very blunt. I don't know if I like this character. I said, well, you have to like her. She has to be likable. That was the whole point.
Right.
And I said, well, I gave it some thought, and I said, well, you know what? Maybe I should incorporate some things about me into the character. And, like I like to read, I like to, growing up, the little things that I do. She was like, well, that'll be nice because I like you. I said, okay, I'll do that. Okay. So,
that made her feel better.
That made her feel bad. When you see the scenes where she's in school, she's reading, and I make reference to Kill a Mockingbird. And I remember reading that book in high school, and throughout the book, it basically the mockingbird is a metaphor for something. I don't want to give it, I'll give it away.
Right.
Definitely read the book, but it's metaphorically presented in my book for a reason. And it's basically let the readers know that the author or she has some insight into literature, and she goes deeper into her reading.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I found the people that are trying to chat. So
gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Guys, just pardon us a little bit because, pardon me a little bit because we were doing something a little different. So this is cool. But yeah, I'm glad she ended up liking your character.
Yes,
has anyone given you any reviews about the book?
I have 5 stars on Amazon, and I am encouraging everyone that reads the book to give me a review on Amazon. Please give me a review on Amazon. But I looked on there, and I literally have 5 stars. Like, people are literally giving me a 5-star review. They're loving the book. They like the character, the storyline. And I tell people, you know, the beginning of the book, it has to build the foundation, the foundation for what's going to happen, you know, throughout the series. I tell them, you know, make sure you get past that first chapter. And I remember people were telling me, well, the first chapter is really good too. And I was like, okay, we're good, you know, but
yeah, that's usually you have to skip that first chapter to kind of get into it. Yeah, well, that's good.
It builds that foundation, but I kid you not, everybody, just about everyone that reads the book, they get to like chapter 3 and they can't put it down. They're like, I could not put this book down. I had to see what's going to happen next. I had to see what was going to happen because it just keeps moving. It keeps moving. And that was the whole point. I needed the book to be really good because I wanted to build that anticipation for the second book.
Yes. So. It says, Tamara Carter says, my shero. Get it, Karen. So proud of your accomplishments.
Thank you,
and Shelly Jones says, that's great, Karen. 5-star review.
Thank you, Shelly.
I put please share, y'all, but I know you can't share from this page. But I was going to ask you another question about the book. I can't wait to get it now. I can't wait to get it. So I'm excited. So, and you said you started on the next one.
I have started on the second book. I have the second book. It's a continuation of the main character's life.
And I like that. I always, because you know, sometimes at the end of a book, you like, dang, wonder what happened now. What is she? Yes. And I was like that. I don't know if you remember, I'm old, so, but back when we were in school, that they would read us a story, right? A piece of a story. And you had to think about what you think that character was going to do afterwards.
So exactly.
I've always been like that. Like, oh my God, I wonder what happened. Or even movies sometimes. I'm like, dang, I wish we could find out what really happened this person afterwards. So.
Right. And I think I got the idea because, you know, I read a lot. I haven't read series in a while, but I just, I remember reading Elan Harris's books some years back. And I love the way he chronicled this life of this man, and the things, each book that came out was a different segment of his life. And I tried to kind of mimic that a little bit. And that's pretty much where she starts young, like him, like his main character. And we just kind of chronicle her life. And it's just the beginning. Also, Zora Hurston, she's my favorite author. I love her style of writing. I know she's old school Harlem Renaissance author, but I love her style of writing because she had this way of writing that was very realistic to her readers and to her fans. She used a lot of dialect, even though she was often criticized, especially during that era, because there were a lot of up and coming artists, African American artists that wanted African Americans and, you know, Black people to be viewed as intellectuals and be viewed as something other than, you know, struggling, poor field workers, you know, just, you know, former slaves. But the thing is, she wrote about the reality life. Black people didn't talk with correct English. They talked with a lot of dialect. This is something that was a norm for them because, history shows that, when they came first brought over from Africa or whatever to transport, they didn't speak the English. So they had to learn it from their slave owners or the people that they had to adapt to their surroundings. And,
Right.
That's where the broken English came from. And so she used a lot of dialect in her writing. And I commend her for following her craft and staying true to her craft, regardless of how she was being, criticized by other writers and other artists during that time period. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind we take a minute and look at some of your responses here?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Let's see here. Let's see. Shelley Jones, congratulations. It was hard to
Thank
get
you,
enough.
Shelley.
Thanks, you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Jeanette, for making them stay on while we figured this thing out.
Thank you, Miss Jeanette. I love Miss Jeanette. Wow, we
I
had a
told you
very
she's
powerful
so
conversation.
awesome, and she's a when she supports you, she supports you. She has your
I
back.
see. Thank
Tamara,
you, Miss Jeanette.
we talked about Tamara's and then Shelley Jones says, okay. Then Shelley says she's in chapter 5.
Wow.
And she said that she believes this book is going to be a bestseller. She's so proud of you.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you.
And then Shelley says, yes. With that YASSSSS. Me too, Sherry. And then Miss Jeanette says, can hardly wait for your book to go Audible. Any update on that?
And I am working on it. I was a self-published, and that was a major accomplishment in my opinion, because I never did anything like that before. I realized when I started self-publishing that it was much easier to write the book. Right. So I learned how to self-publish, format. I got formatting for ebook and formatting for paperback. Next up is formatting for Audible.
Okay.
It's just a little more goes into Audible, because you have to have the person to go in, read, and that it's coming though, I promise, because I know I have a lot of fans that really want to hear. And to be honest with you, I think that's the best method to teach, because I did that. I taught throughout the years. I taught my novels through Audible, and the kids were able to hear and listen to the language, the dialect that was being spoken, and everything. So I definitely think it's a definite plus. It's in the works. Give me time. Be patient with me.
Back in the day, old days, when we had cassettes in the car, wow. I used to study my history, because that's how I remember, by listening to the lectures that way.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
How's your daughter? What's your daughter thinking? She's super, super proud of you?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. She bought 2 books. She has her friends buying the book. It's really a blessing. My family, my brothers, oh my God, they bought multiple copies. They have them displayed at their businesses,
And you know what, Karen, that's a big, big thing, because what I'm taking some I have some mentors about selling, and they say that your family and your friends are not the people that are going to buy, but you are having good luck with that they're helping to support that.
Yeah, it's been very steady. I can't be more happier. I mean, it's truly a blessing.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. A friend of mine, a very wise, beautiful friend of mine yesterday, I was talking to her, and she just, these words that she said to me, God provides. And, that enough said, he provides. The devil knows the blessing that's going to come out of this book, and just always know that just the fact that I reached this major milestone, and it was a blessing all on its own, and God will provide. And that's exactly what he's doing. It's wonderful to have friends and family that are so supportive, and to see because of their support and their excitement, kind of trickle down to their friends and people that they know, and they're wanting to purchase and be loyal and just supportive themselves, and people that I'd never met, people I don't know, like Miss Jeanette. Hi, Miss Jeanette. Like, that was awesome. Like, I've been getting calls, people sending me messages, and just people I hadn't talked to in years, sending me messages,
so
telling me how proud they are of me. And I'm like, thank you so much. It has truly been a long time coming. It truly has. Yeah. So I can't.
If someone came to you to tell you, hey, you know what? I see you writing a book. I want to write a book too. What advice would you give them? First, that is not as easy as it sounds.
If you're a writer, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. I went to a workshop a few years ago, and they asked the first thing, every author that got up to speak, and they had their books, of course, and it's like, if you want to write, just write, just start writing.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm a kind of piggyback on that. You write, but go back and make sure the writing is up to par, and just add your details and get advice, get people to sound advice from different people, edit, but if nothing else, just start writing. Literally, just start writing. Put your work, put your thoughts, your hopes, whatever it is, whatever story, whatever it is that you have built up in your brain that you want to share with others, just put it out there, and you have to start somewhere, and you just start writing. It's just as easy as that.
Okay, let's check some more of these comments here.
Sure.
Cakes. You know who that is?
That is my nickname.
Oh!
Cakes is my nickname.
This is Ashley Cummings. It says, Cakes did some monumental work to make this dream a reality. Oh, that was sweet. And then Sherry Jackson again says, Sherry Jackson, not Shelly Jones. Oh, I said it wrong. I believe it's going to be, I'm sorry, I said the wrong name. Shelly Jones says, I'm looking forward to the book club. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are there plans to put that into words? You let me know about that one.
Okay. Absolutely.
Well, Ashley asked Shelly that too. She did, Ashley, it's been a long time. Okay. So they're talking to each other about the book club. So you got to get that book club going for them.
Yeah.
There's actually, Miss Jeanette belongs to a book club called Chocolate Mochas. I don't know if she told you about that. I haven't been to it. I haven't joined, but I watch them. I always watch people from back here and see the things that they're doing. And they're awesome group, because I remember maybe 2-3 years ago, I did a book drive for Christmas instead of like a food drive, and they donated books to that. So for the kids, matter of fact, it was Anderson Elementary. And I gave the books too. But anyway, so they're very supportive as well. So keep them definitely in mind. Is there anything else that you want to mention about the book?
I just, share, buy one, gift another one, and it really is a good read. I've read it, of course, several hundreds of times. So of course I know my writing, but every time I read it, every time I go through.
I'm sorry. Did you, every time you read it, did you find something? Because you know how we are with ourselves and we critique ourselves so hard. Were you satisfied, or did you say, oh my gosh, I should have did this or should have that? How was that?
I'm never satisfied. One of my best friends, she told me, you are too much of a perfectionist. Publish the book. My fiance told me the same thing. Like, baby, you can't keep changing stuff. You can't keep doing it. The book probably would have came out last year. But I can't.
But you wanted, and then this is your first one, so you wanted to be. Yeah.
Gotta be right. From it had to be a direct reflection of the vision that I had.
Of course.
So
that'll lead to the success of the next books that you have coming. So I'm excited about that. I am really excited for you. I remember you telling me this, and I didn't think, and then when I ran into you, I guess that was a month or right before COVID. I ran to
Right,
your fiance,
right.
and you told me you
Right.
wrote the
Like a
book.
week before.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Can you
And I
imagine?
wasn't
Go
even
figure.
me and my fiance, we were there, and he was like, "Baby, come on, let's go. We never go nowhere." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, whatever." You know. So, and don't get me wrong, I love going to dance and listen to music, but I don't know. I think I had been at work all day. I was tired, but I went and we had fun. We had so much fun.
Y'all did.
Like,
I saw you. And I was I'm glad you came, because I found out about your book and everything else that's going on. So, and we also got to thank my sister Tony for introducing us.
I know, right?
Look, she don't ever come in on this side of the world no more. She done forgot about us.
I heard, but she supported my book. I love
Tony.
Tony.
She did by your book. She can't tell me
Yes.
about it, but what I will say, since we're here, Tony's got to come on the north side on June the 27th.
That is the wedding day.
I have to, yes. So, thank you, Karen. I don't know. I want to make sure that we covered enough on the book. We want you to buy the book, guys. Again, it is called let me say it right, Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly. Yes, by Karen L. Williams, guys.
Soon to be Karen Tisdale.
Soon to be Karen. So, I just got to ask, just because I'm nosy, and that's just what I do. So, will your next book be Karen L. Tisdale? Will you
it'll probably be Karen Williams - Tisdale. Cool. I don't want to confuse anyone, you know. But the art will pretty much be similar, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we are proud of you. You are already awesome. Now you've added to your awesomeness. And I want to thank you for agreeing to come on Chat with Trina.
Absolutely.
I was very honored to have that. I definitely wanted you before you get too big for me.
I was very honored to be asked.
Thank you. That's super sweet. And we made it through this interview. All the little I should have took video of our bloopers, huh?
Oh yeah, exactly. So people can
laugh. That would have been
them.
So funny. They would really love us to know what we've been through to get to this.
Exactly.
Well, that's everybody, let me just make sure that there's no more. Karen is a perfectionist when it comes to her work. This shows in her book, and that's from Lorraine Bowman Miller.
Oh, Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine.
Yes. That's not your publisher, was it?
No, it's not. But she's a sweet. She's a very, very dear friend of mine. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah. And then congrats, Sissy, from Sherry Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Sissy. I love you.
I thank you for inviting your friends to Chat with Trina. I hope.
Absolutely. I have great friends. I have great, loving, supportive friends. Thank you, God.
That's Ruby Butterfly in the house. I guess that's somebody in the book. Okay. Oh, that's Miss Jeanette saying that. Inside joke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Inside joke. I got it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to thank you guys again for joining Chat with Trina. Those of you who had never met me before, I'm Trina, Chat with Trina. So this is what I do. I have authors on. I have small businesses on. I've only been doing this for about a year. So if you have anyone that wrote a book, have a small business, and they're interested in being on Chat with Trina, please contact me. I can't say your name, Karen. I'm going to say Sharon, because I've read so many Sherrys and Sharons on here.
Her name's Sharon.
Karen knows how to contact me. But one last thing, I'm going to take the video and edit it, and I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video. So there'll be a link. So I ask you guys to spread that link, and it'll be on my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is Chat with Trina. So you're gonna be on my YouTube channel, and I'll also post you on my I post my authors on my LinkedIn channel as well.
Oh, great.
Yes. Thank you again, Karen. And I'm
welcome.
so proud of you. And I'm gonna order my book this week. I promise you. And once I finish reading it, I will definitely put my review out there.
Thank you so much. Buy one and gift one.
I gotta buy one and gift one. Yes. All righty. Thank you guys again. Bye, Karen.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Trina.
All right. Just one more thing. Tamara Carter said, much support for my girl.
Oh, thank you, Tamara. That's my baby. That's my sweetheart.
Oh, that's your daughter?
You. No, that's my friend.
Oh, your friend.
But she's so supportive. Like I said, I have such wonderful friends. They're so awesome. So supportive.
And that is, before we go, I do have to ask you, your support system, would that be your close circle of friends?
Yeah, yes. And these are just beautiful, beautiful women strong, intelligent. I could not have been more blessed with such a great, awesome group of friends. And I have friends from years, from the past 30, 40 years plus. These are awesome, wonderful ladies. And I just feel truly blessed to have them in my circle.
And you are.
I love you guys. They know
Thank you again, Karen. You take care, and I will definitely be reaching out to you. And let's take care of us in this COVID and this crazy time in our world. I can't wait to see you in person again.
I know, me too.
Okay. Well, thank you. Take care. Good luck with that wedding.
I will. Oh my God, the wedding. I will. Bye. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Mwah.
Bye. Thanks again, Karen, for agreeing to be on the show. I am so honored, and you did such a great job. Guys, go to Amazon and get your copy of Through the Eyes of a Black Butterfly. And remember what Karen said, buy one and gift one. Thanks for watching Chat with Trina. Remember to go to youtube.com/chatwithtrina. Click subscribe and hit that little bell so you can be notified of my next video on Chat with Trina.